Hey there, Dr. JP Guidry here. I want to talk a little bit about non-dominant swings when it comes to speed training. Personally, I don't use them with my clients anymore, and I just wanted to kind of give a little justification of why. So first, let's start off with looking at other one-sided sports. Baseball, hitting and throwing, look at positions like quarterback, you look at Olympic throwers, hammer, javelin, shot put. You don't see a lot of these players doing opposite-handed baseball swings, opposite-handed throws. They simply don't really do that in their training. So what makes golf any different? A lot of the reasoning behind these non-dominant side swings I see is, number one, is training deceleration. And I don't think you're doing this. I think you're just training acceleration in the other side. Now, if you wanted to train deceleration, you can do a drill where you come through, swing through, and immediately pull back. Maybe that taps into a little bit of deceleration, but just doing opposite-sided swings just trains you in acceleration in the wrong direction. Number two, they talk about balancing out, balance in the body. Well, first of all, if you play a one-sided sport, you shouldn't be balanced. Having some imbalances is a good thing to support what you do in your sport. Secondarily, you're not going to make nowhere near enough non-dominant swings to even get close to balancing out the amount of dominant side swings you make. Third, weighted clubs. Okay, there's some talk about building strength. Well, the reality is even the heaviest clubs out there aren't nowhere near heavy enough to build strength. You are not building strength when you're swinging these weighted clubs. You're simply doing over and underweight speed training, but there's not enough weight, load, and resistance on these clubs to build strength in the muscles in that opposite direction. So when I approach these things, anything I do speed and power rotationally, I tend to bias towards the dominant side only. These things are going to be any type of speed training, any type of medicine ball work. I tend to primarily do that dominant side only. Anything strength-wise, rotationally or single arm, single leg stuff, we're definitely going to always do them both ways. So if you want to strengthen the muscles of the trunk, there's definitely some rotational strength with bands and cables and other ways that you can load that you definitely want to train that both ways. Injury reduction, building strength, that's a way to do that. You're not going to do that with speed training with weighted clubs. So again, just my approach. I've taken non-dominant swings out of my training for years and haven't seen a loss in any ability to make improvement. But what we have seen is a lot of less time and energy involved in speed training. I think it's unnecessary time and energy. And two, look, frankly, I think most golfers' non-dominant swings are so horrendous. Personally, I think it's more of an injury risk when you're doing something you don't normally do in ways you're probably not very coordinated at high levels of speed. So again, my takeaway to summarize, I don't think you need non-dominant swings in your speed training. Focus on dominant side only. Again, obviously with all speed training, you want to go max effort with that. Same thing with any rotational power work, any speed-based band work or medicine ball work. I like to keep that focused on the dominant side. And then any strength work we're doing, definitely you want to train both sides evenly with that. Hope this makes sense. Reach out with any questions.